of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS4 News produces.
But we are concerned about irresponsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has
extremely dangerous to our democracy.
What's going on? What's going on? You know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. Let me set this camera up a little better. There we go. There we go. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all feeling today? It is a Sunday, man. We are here on regularly scheduled time for the first time in a long time. Actually, it'd be the second time technically, but you know, I've been doing videos like, here and there during the week, trying to like drop my opinion on different things. But you guys know they had me on like a meme ban, try to get around it, but I didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But we back here. So yeah, we in the house. Yes, indeed. We are in the house. And who we got here in the chat though, man? Who we got in the chat? SG Make Your Own Money, Unincorporated National State, Florida in the building. Great evening, everyone. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got Civic Maker in the house. What up, Civic Maker? Fearless Floyd up in here. I gotta give Fearless Floyd a wrench. Got Dr. Bass up in here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. King in the house. What it is, King? What up, Eric? I got your email, man. Good to be here, man. Definitely. Jay Black, what up? We got the usual suspects up in here. Yeah, man. Just a whole lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of trust stuff today. Time I was off from during the shows. I've been taking time to just get educated on different things. Have been rocking out with the trust. Highly recommend y'all get up on this right here. For those of you who aren't aware, doing some additional research, y'all need to get up on the Fearless Floyd and LaFleur Trust book. It's got a bunch of different kinds of trust you can actually set up depending on what your needs are. You can go right what's in the book, and you can really just literally go hard like that. So I highly recommend you go over to Fearless Floyd show, hit him up, hit his email up, get your trust books, and start getting busy in case you haven't already. For those who are behind the wheel, we got a lot of new guys that come on. We probably got like another 25 new subs over the last month. So you definitely need to get up on that. A lot of people asking me about trust and all that good stuff. Michael says the only way we're going to keep this long-term knowledge and deep wisdom is to have our own private encrypted and cryptonic apps. I mean, yeah, that'll just like using apps to their advantage. You know what I'm saying? The Patreon, I tell you guys, y'all need to get on the Patreon if y'all want to get that hard hitting information. Stuff I can't share on here, I put on Patreon. But certain things they will not let me talk about on. You guys just see me come off of a 2-week ban, 14 days. They had me on 14 business days. So they wasn't trying to let me rock out. So you know what I mean? It's very imperative if you can jump on the Patreon, get the little $5 membership. Don't cost that much, and we're gonna get into it. A lot of people been asking me about discharge and debt and things like that. I'll probably go into that on Patreon, maybe Tuesday. Just give you like a surface level of certain different things. Rumble, yeah, Rumble's one of them things I'm still working on. Floyd was supposed to be giving me a hand with the Rumble, but he was real busy this week as well. So what I really just been doing is just working off the Patreon in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the Patreon. What up, Nicole? What's good? What's good? Good to have you here. All right, man. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. This has been. I'm not even gonna go into what happened all the way 2 weeks ago, but we got a lot of stuff that happened this week. And listen, it's been a jungle of nonsense. Where do I begin? It's been crazy. You know, let's start off light. So there's supposedly a cave found in Vietnam with a river, and it's supposed to be ancient forests and seraphim reptilians or something of this nature. Let's see what this dude's talking about.
I hear about the cave that they found in Vietnam. It's called the Sung Dum Cave. They found it, and villagers were talking about how they seen this creature called the seraphim that walked into this cave, right? So the scientists, they went down there to go explore the cave. And I'm gonna talk about the seraphim later on. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. So when they went into this cave, right, they were able to recognize that this cave was 3 million years old. Not only the cave was 3 million years old, it had its own ancient forest in the cave. It's one of the biggest caves they ever seen, about 40 feet. Now, when they was exploring the cave, they also found water. They didn't find a puddle. They didn't find a stream. They found a damn river. Do you know how big a river is to be able to fit in a cave? So when they found this river, right, they started exploring, seeing what it was, checking it out. They realized that the reason why the forest is like this is because of the sunlight coming in. Not only that, the creatures living in is a reptilian with wings living in those caves.
All right, so my man just went off on a tangent right there. He's basically said I never actually physically seen this cave before. He talked about it. I seen a cave that was like real deep inside the ground. And I can't remember if the cave, I don't even know where it was, but I do remember there was a cave down inside, like concave down inside the ground. And the sun, like you can actually take a parachute and jump down there to get to the bottom. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it sounds good. I don't know what you're talking about. Somebody said no sound, but nah. Yeah, you can literally take a parachute and jump down inside the cave and land at the bottom of it. You know, but it's the sun shines right down on the inside. It's got a real thick forest at the bottom too, and there's a lot of different animals and stuff. I don't think that's the one he's talking about though, because the one I saw, I don't remember it having a river. You know what I mean? And it's very interesting that they're still finding caves that they've never seen before with different fixtures and such in them. Somebody said notification wasn't sent. Yeah, oh yeah, they doing me like that right now, bro. And Wolf just let me know like 2 days ago. He said, man, they done got rid of the bell feature. Like the bell feature ain't even really working anymore. So you can't even like get updated when people are going live. It's crazy. Oh yes, it's listen, man. With the election going on and all that stuff, they are really trying to like strangle choke information from getting out to the masses. There is some information they do not want getting out. We ain't even got to go this deep in terms of caves and stuff. We could literally just talk about what's literally on the TV. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. We already know they're restricting information. That's just part of the game. Rasta Hotep says you're gonna need your own satellites and internet network for that. They own all that stuff now. You got to go through them in some shape or form. Yeah. If he's really talking about like really going crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? You got some people who mess with the dark web. I don't mess with any of that, but you know, there's that. But like I said, that's not really my cup of tea. No doubt. All right, yeah, it was a false alarm. You had me a little concerned at first. I looked at my volume button. Like, hold on. No, we good though. But yeah, so there's a dude said they actually found a cave, and it just makes me wonder how many more caves that there are out there that they have not found yet. You know, you got all these explorers and stuff like that that go spelunking, and they haven't found that cave. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you, spelunking is one of those things that I don't even like to watch it, yo, because these people do some of the craziest like that. They'll go inside like a narrow tunnel, you know what I'm saying? And they'll like get on their stomach and like worm crawl through the tunnel to try to get to the other side. Bro, hell no. You know how many freaking people that explore tunnels that literally got left there because they ended up getting themselves in a position they couldn't get out of? Or even there was one guy that got trapped upside down. It was like the gravity was not allowing him to pull him out. And every time they tried to pull his leg, like his leg was literally coming out of his body. So they had to literally lead this man there. That's crazy, bro. That's a hell of a way to go out, man. Upside down in a freaking mountain. Like, what the hell? But nah, that's not my thing. I'm good on that. Not unless you give me the Ant-Man suit and I can run down in the joint. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm good. Nah, I'm straight on that. Spelunking is terrifying. Even watching it is cringeworthy. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even gotta be there, but like you just watching this dude do this stuff, and you just looking like, yo, this dude's gonna get stuck. This guy's gonna get stuck, and that's gonna be the end of this guy. You know what I mean? But not my thing. You can put that on a list of things I will never try. All right, we starting off light today. We're gonna get heavy later. All right, y'all. Take a look at this video I actually saw of this village. Now, could you guys live like this?
This is the village's only way to the outside world. In a mountain call at an altitude of 4,500 feet, people rely on climbing with bare hands to travel every day. One trip is equivalent to climbing more than 200 floors of a tall building. This is Cliff Village in Sichuan. In the past, people had to climb 17 rattan ladders that were almost vertical to the ground. There are even steep cliffs in some places. There is a full 2,600 feet drop from the ground. They had no choice but to climb with bare hands. It is worth mentioning that in order for children to go to school, it takes 2 hours to walk to school every time they pass here. The most important thing is that the children's travel safety is not guaranteed. In order to make people travel more convenient, a 2,156-step steel ladder was successfully completed. Travel conditions in Cliff Village have since been greatly improved. Exchanges between local people and the outside world are becoming increasingly frequent. From then on, their life of climbing rattan ladders will become their eternal memory.
That is some wild dude. What? They climbing steep ladders to get where they gotta go at. That is crazy. How many of y'all can live like that, man? Climbing all those steps and those freaking ladders and all that, and just wearing yourself out every day to get to the outside world. How many of y'all could actually live in that particular predicament? That's crazy. That is wild. But I will say one thing. You can't nobody say them people out of shape. I ain't see no fat people on that joint. Everybody is pretty much in shape because after all of that climbing, ain't no possible way. And can you imagine how much food they must eat too? The calories you gotta actually have to be able to successfully climb up and down that mountain. That's wild, man. It's just interesting, man. Like, yo, we live in this in these cities and things like that. You know, some of us do live off grid, but you know, these people are literally off grid, but they're this is what they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. But it's like they had to. All right, we're gonna skip this one in the meantime. Moving on. All right. All right. Before we get into that, speaking of censorship, matter of fact, hold on. Before we even go there, yeah, before we even go there, because I'm gonna spin the block on that one. I can't play the audio on this on the one after this, but I can show you what some patriots are celebrating about. We'll get to that in a minute though. All right, so look, remember we had the conversation about what's different about the sun? Let me ask any of you a question, and this requires you guys to participate in this question. How many of you guys have seen chemtrails lately? Who has seen chemtrails in the sky lately? Because listen, I don't remember when the last time I've actually seen chemtrails in the sky. I don't think I've seen them in the sky this year, as a matter of fact. Like the planes leaving the lines, like, yo, I have not seen them. And I'm wondering if the reason the freaking sun is so strong, well, a good part of that reason is because they haven't been spraying the crap out of the sky. Now, I'm over here in Maryland, so in your state, what are they doing over there? What they doing? Floyd said last 2 weeks they've been blasting Houston, Texas. They ain't really been hitting Maryland like that, which is crazy. That's crazy. They haven't really been hitting Maryland like that, man. And Maryland, let me tell you something. When you wake up and you see them crisscross checks in the sky, oh, you already know what time it's going to be. By the time 12 o'clock rolls around, it's going to be overcast. It might even rain. In the Midwest, they're all over the place. They're still getting you guys. They do it in Jersey. Said Florida is on full effect. Connecticut's still spraying. I haven't noticed them lately in Ohio. That's interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Spraying like usual, tic-tac-toe. Okay. The Buckeye gets it around the clock. What is the Buckeye? But yeah, that's very interesting though. But yeah, so this gentleman right here is talking about why something is up with the sun.
Isn't right about the sun anymore.
Well, let me show you something here about authenticity. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour to absorb the sun. Can you see there?
Look how crisp that sky is.
Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here.
The sun almost has like a white, it's like a white light now. It used to have a yellow tint to it. You know, I've never seen the sun look like this before. Even if you look in a distance, you don't see that golden yellow shine. Like it's like a white. Look at the guy's shirt and all that. Look how the colors are different on the shirt.
Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a farm boy. Let me know what you think about that.
All right, so farm boy basically told you the sunflowers ain't doing what they supposed to do. God damn it. What say you guys, man? What say? Is there an explanation for this? What say you got? What do you guys think? I'm in VA near an airport and not seeing it as much as I used to. Okay. So, yeah, it's not just me. So, Maryland and Virginia aren't getting blasted like they used to. Barely notice them over Boston these days. Boston slowed down. Buckeye, okay, Ohio. North central part of state gets them all the time. Sun looks like glass. Okay. It's not only the sun, it's the moon too. You think the moon looks different too? What's different about the moon, man? I think it's bigger than it was. When I used to look at the sun, it used to vibrate counterclockwise. Now it just stays there like it's lifeless. So you're talking about when you do sun gazing, you actually saw the energy counterclockwise, and now it's just there. You know what I mean? Like a big ass spotlight or something like that. Is that what you're saying? That's an interesting observation. Yeah, the sun seems a lot more powerful than it was at one point. Like when I go outside from being in the house, like yo, my eyes are like, what the hell? Yeah, I gotta put my glasses on. Like, jeez. Like, yo, it's super, super bright and radiant now, man. It just seems like it's a lot more powerful. So, what's really going on? And it's if you actually look at the sun now, it's not even golden anymore. It's like a white color. It's not golden. The sun used to be golden yellow, bro. Don't tell me they Mandela affected the freaking sun. Yo, did they CERN the sun? Like, what happened? The particle accelerator CERN the sun. The sun was always white. What are you talking about? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Absolutely not. When the moon sets, it's getting more of these new sun rays or something. I don't know, man. I mean, I haven't really seen. The only thing I've seen with the moon is it's bigger now. I haven't noticed the moon do anything abnormal otherwise, but yeah, the moon hasn't really done anything otherwise. But yeah, the sun definitely seems to be a little different now. So, you know, strange things, man. Strange things. Not one of those things I can prove, but I'm sure everybody remembers that sun had a golden tint to it. That's crazy. It used to be white to me. Now it's always orange. What? Yo, who knew? Who else? So, do you guys see the sun is orange right now and it used to be white? Listen, I don't know what dimension my man came from. Maybe the particle accelerator got us coming from different dimensions. But the dimension I came from, the sun was always yellow, bro. It was like a yellow golden color, and now it's just like a white color now. The sun is white. Our atmosphere makes it yellow. Listen, it is white now. Like literally, the atmosphere is not making it look yellow at all. I'm just saying. And then my man says the sun is black. A lot of different points of view on this one, man. It's interesting how like we don't agree on something like that. Like, yo, the sun is white. No, it's not. It's yellow. Like, what are we talking about here? We looking at the same sun? Crazy. Listen, there's definitely something going on here about that. All right, let's move in. Let's get a little more heavy, shall we? Hold on. Somebody said, only electricity produces white light. Sun has always been orange yellow. Yo, that's what I'm saying. It's always been like an orange, golden, yellow color. You know what I'm saying? Even when I haven't sun gazed in a while, but I remember I was sun gazing really heavy, like every day in 2019 and 2018. And what I noticed was when I stared at the sun, when I looked at it long enough, the sun would turn blue, of course. If you stare at it long enough, it'll actually turn blue. And it won't even appear as bright as it was when you first started looking at it, which is crazy how that works. I guess the eyes adjust or what have you. But even then, it was still like you could see like a orange or yellowish energy coming off of like around what the blue was. Had a yellow tint, right, right. They're out here cerning things. They're out here. No need to be concerned. They're out here cerning everything using discernment. After the eclipse, it's been different to me, in my opinion. Yo, let's talk about it, King. Let's talk about it. The sun has definitely changed after the eclipse. That is, I agree with that 1,000%, bro. That 1,000%. That is exactly what I'm talking about right there. Things have not been the same. And I'll even go as far as to say, maybe this ties in with the Mayan calendar, man. And now you guys heard me say this multiple times. This might even tie in with the Mayan calendar because they said that it was supposed to be the end of an era in the end of 2012. And 2012 and 2020 are actually aligned when you count in the leap years. I watch the sun a bunch. Sunflowers are not facing the sun here in Minnesota. The sun is white and fake. Twilight happens in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yo, it's crazy, man. It is very crazy what's going on, man. And people are not really noticing this, which is super odd. But yeah, I remember back in the 90s when I was younger and stuff, I used to get literal energy from being out in the sun. Like when I went out in the sun and it was sunny, I could literally feel the energy filling my body up. I felt like I had like infinite power and I could run like super fast. I could like do flips and stuff like that. I never got tired. It was crazy. You know what I mean? You could call it a youthful bounce or whatever you want to call it or something like that. But I just had like unlimited energy whenever the sun was out. You know what I'm saying? When it rained or when it was cloudy, I'll be a little like slow and stuff like that and conservative for my energy. But when it was sun, all bets was off when the sun was out. I felt like I had infinite energy. It was crazy. My wife made a sunflower fence and most of the sunflowers face down. Yeah, they face away from the sun. Something's going on, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, moving on. Let's get a little heavy. Let's get a little more heavy. All right, so as far as the whole censorship thing goes, I cannot play the audio of this. But all right, so tyrannical former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki, whatever the F her name is, dies at 56, fought the crackdown on free online speech. Man. Sheesh. I literally just got suspended. I literally just got suspended because of the ban on online speech. And how many guys do you know that were on YouTube? I can name like 3 offhand and talked about this kind of information, got their channels removed. Plenty of guys trying to spread the knowledge and information and trying to spread the word to their people, and we're not allowed to because of certain words that were said, certain topics that were brought up, or people reporting them and stuff like that. And it just makes you wonder, where does the First Amendment come in handy in all of this? Like, at what point does the First Amendment protect your freedom of speech? Is there a line to where the First Amendment doesn't protect your freedom of speech online because everything online is digital? Is that how it works? Or is it one of those things where as long as you're on United States of America soil, you're covered by the First Amendment? Listen, I don't have all the answers at all, and I'm not going to pretend I do, okay? However, I got this new violin here. All right. So unfortunately, put your violins in the chat. Everybody put your violins in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We like to give people a proper send off on this channel. So everybody drop your violins in the chat, please. All violins in the chat. Somebody said, drop the link. The sun here in Houston, Texas is blistering. Houston, Texas is blistering. Like they turned that mother up to 11. Yo, it's a heat wave, bro. It's everywhere. It was like 103 degrees for a week straight out here in Maryland. 103 degrees. And here's the thing y'all understand in Texas, bro. See, y'all in Texas, y'all got the dry heat. Y'all good money. Out here, oh my gosh, let me tell you something, man. That humidity out here, bro, is gonna break you down. That humidity out here is no joke. It's you literally get out your house and feel like you're in a freaking fish tank. And it's just the heat just beating the hell out of you as soon as you get out. Like you literally could get out of the house, out of the cold AC, go outside, and as soon as you get in the car, you already sweating. That's how hot it is. Humid and stuffy. It's crazy. Drop the link. Yeah, you already know. Why Jiski? Yeah, who cares? Who cares what her name is? I don't care. YouTube has been deleting channels a lot this month. Yeah. Videos, channels, giving people strikes. You know what I'm saying? Pulling rank on people. Many people happy. She DED. Hey man. I just know I got this nice violin here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. I need to see some more violins in the chat. I ain't enough violins in this chat, man. She from that special state. Yeah, the little hats. No free speech on private platforms. YouTube equals private platform. I mean, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Humidity in Iowa is on another tier. Damn, it's humid out Iowa. I'm not supposed to own a pew, shall not be infringed, proves to me that we are not operating with any of those rights we hear about. It's a little deeper than that, honestly. I think it's a little deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's a little deeper than that. You know, the commerce world, Article 1 is what they basically control, and they're gods in Article 1. However, Article 3 is, well, we're the god. That's why they want to keep us away from Article 3. But again, it gets complicated when we're talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been seeing too many fact checkers, just deleted channels and deleted comments. Yeah, fact checkers haven't really been a thing. You know, they move in silence now. They used to hit you with the fact checker. Now they just poof your post. You know what I'm saying? Poof your channel and all that good stuff. I mean, putting the violins up. There you go. That's what's up. But yeah, they moving in silence now, man. 100%. You can't even talk about certain candidates. All right, so this one slid across my desk via Fearless Floyd. Now, I haven't watched this video yet, but this is BMW. Looks like a robot of some sort. Let's take a look at what's going on here. By the way, this is fair use. This is covered and protected by fair use. Get off my back. Fair use, fair use, fair use algorithm. Fair use. All right. So this is very interesting. So we got and we've known about these robots for a long time now. These are not new. The robots have been around for a very long time. They look a lot more refined now. So there's less mechanical looking movement. It looks more smooth. When the robot was looking at his hand and he was looking like around to see where to go next, the movement was very fluid. It wasn't like mechanical and choppy. The robots they had that we had looked at, I think about 2 years ago now on this channel, the first rudimentary robots, they were able to do simple tasks like do backflips and like jump from one spot on the floor to like an elevated surface or something like that. And then you've all seen the robot dogs we covered in New York when the lockdowns were happening, and they had the robot dog patrolling the streets of New York to see how many people were outside. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then they actually retired the dog because people thought it was creepy. You know, and then they brought the dog back when all the public panic died down. They brought the dog back or brought him out of retirement. Now you got the soldiers. Now you got the working robots. Right now you got the actual man robots. So look, check this out. My question to you guys is: you see what they did with the police dog, right? Where they had the police dog walking around surveying the area. We already know they're fond of cameras being every damn where, watching everything. You know what I'm saying? Cameras all over the place, anywhere you go. Now they actually want to put cameras on these man-looking robots and have them walking around as well too. Now, it was only a matter of time before they actually made one that was a police officer, which was the robot dog. So how long you think it's gonna be until they make one RoboCop type deal? And not even a cyborg, man, just 100% robot. I mean, think about it. Will robots still fall under the standing army clause of the Constitution? Would they still fall under that? That's going to be a big topic. And Article 1, they like to do stuff, and if you challenge them, then they'll go ahead and acquiesce to it after Supreme Court tells them to stop acting up about 10, 15 years down the road. So you might have to deal with that stuff for like 15 years if it gets ruled out that the standing army doesn't apply to robots. You know what I'm saying? What is the statutes of limitation on that? What is the parameters? Amazon workers, people working in warehouses. They literally just showed you those robots working in a warehouse. They're literally telling y'all about to be out of here. Let another one of them $15 an hour type raises come. Y'all gonna be up out of there, and the robots gonna be doing your jobs, man. That's what's gonna be happening. Those sick days, it costs more to maintain, but they get more work done, more efficient. Numbers are more reliable, stuff like that. Less chance of being sued. Of course, you're gonna need a human to fix the robots, but that's what a few humans to fix service. How many robots? You might have one human service and 7 or 8 robots, maybe even 10. But if you got multiple human service and different robots, they can run an entire factory, have maintenance done every once in a while. I'm not even sure how often oils and stuff like that need to be applied. They probably got synthetics and stuff that last a lot longer now. You know, Back in the day, you would have to oil them bad boys up with WD-40 or some motor oil or something. But they probably got synthetic oils and stuff like that last longer. You know, this is interesting, man. We're literally watching a revolution happen, a change in the way commerce is being done. It's crazy. I appreciate your insight, opinion, experience, transparency. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what do they run on? Meaning a robot? Probably a battery. They probably rechargeable, man. They probably charge overnight. Listen, man, with this type of technology they have, these things can probably work a full 24-hour shift or something like that, lifting heavy ass boxes and stuff like that, putting parts together, building an engine or whatever. They can probably do this for 24 hours straight and then go charge themselves up, you know, for like maybe 3 hours or something. And then when they charging up, the other ones that come in and do the work. One of them break, one of them jump in and get the work done. Listen, man, this is a reality we're about to see, man. People working at McDonald's and Burger King, them jobs about to be gone. Them little mundane jobs that you don't need no skill to work, they about to get y'all up out of there, man. That's how it starts. Listen, and they've been doing this for literally over probably 15 years, longer than that, probably. I mean, the first time I ever saw the robots um, in the factories, the first ones I saw were the dogs because they were supposed to be military use. And what I explained to Floyd yesterday was they couldn't use the dogs for military because they were too loud. The gears were too loud when they were moving in the woods. So if you had 4 dogs carrying all the bags for the soldiers, the idea was that the dogs would take off a lot of the stress of the soldiers having to carry the weapon bags and the rations and stuff like that. You know, they wouldn't have to carry as much of it, so the soldiers could have a clear mind if they had to fight in combat, and they would have the advantage of being less fatigued. So the problem they ran into was the dogs were too loud, the gears were just too loud in the woods, and it would give their position away. It's not tactically feasible. So they ended up saying, yeah, we're not gonna. The U.S. military didn't want to buy the idea in its current state. Now, listen, as time goes by, these things will always improve. But as where it stands right then and there, where it stood right then and there, the military wasn't interested. The problem with that is just because the military isn't interested doesn't necessarily mean that the police forces won't be able to use something like that. So listen, I'm telling you guys, only a matter of time, man. Only a matter of time. Now I'm gonna tell you something really messed up. Somebody said a robot proctologist. Y'all crazy. What happens if the power goes out? Man, I got one better for you, Alfonso. What happened if they get hacked? Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Remember Iron Man 2 when Ivan Vanko hacked those robots that was supposed to be doing like the presentation, and he was just hacking the robots and they were just trying to attack Tony Stark in the suit or whatever, and they were doing whatever the hell they wanted to do, and they were like going against their programming. This is literally what I'm talking about. Like these hackers are nasty with this paperwork. I mean, okay, with the computer work. Like they can literally get inside. And this is another reason I don't like those Ring cameras either, man, because you have a wireless network that can be accessed by people, you know what I mean, whenever they want to access it, which is just terrifying. So like, people have got these cameras all inside their house and stuff like that in case somebody breaks in, which I get it. You want to be safe and stuff like that. You want to know when a package has been dropped off by Amazon, if somebody tries to steal your package, but you're giving up a little bit of your freedom as well. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. But yeah, it's man, suppose these robots get hacked and they get told to do something. Like, yo, go down to the city hall and get busy. How crazy would that be? Or go down to the nearest freaking parade and just start swinging. You know what I mean? go down, go down to the freaking, go down to we got the AFRAM here. Go down to the AFRAM and start swinging. Like what? And these and listen, this is why I said Detroit Become Human is a very interesting. It's a video game, yes, but it's very interesting because we're literally seeing it happen right in front of us. Right in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like these robots can literally compute trajectory before they actually do something. Like they might be able to do something crazy, like go pick up an arm and get busy at the right trajectory. You know what I'm saying? To take out 3 people. Man, listen, we cannot let that be one of those things we just sleep off because it is very much a possibility. Probably nanotech that repairs itself. I've done the past 3 Walmart conventions and have seen all the automated devices they will soon use. Word. Yeah, man. Yeah. All those jobs about to be gone, man. They're probably going to be solar bots. That would be very interesting if they did solar bots. And I've met Spot, the Boston Dynamics Robo Dog, with a private audience. 3 IBM engineers who designed the OS. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Certain jobs shouldn't be replaced, especially at the autonomous cars. The AI robots come in, have them build in exoplanet. Then we can move through Galaxy 1. Biggest the Death Star Star Wars. Y'all crazy, man. That game is wild. Yo, Detroit Become Human was crazy, wasn't it? The robots became sentient, and they was like, "Yo, we don't got to work for y'all no more. We're superior to you. We deserve rights too." You know, and then you had a civil rights movement within the robots. Man, listen, like I said, if you guys don't play video games, it would behoove you to go check out Detroit Becomes Human. Even get on YouTube or something like that and watch the long play or something, and just watch what happens. Because what basically happened was when these robots were designed from the factory, they were put like there was a section of the robots hardware or software that gave it free will. It was like a small program, and it somehow it was contagious where one robot touched another robot, that specific program overrode what its commands were, and they would literally just stop doing stuff for people because the humans were using the robots to do all the tasks. Like they were cutting the grass and they were, cooking the food, cleaning up and stuff like that, working at jobs, taking people back and forth to the store, just doing all like butlers. They were literally like butlers or something like that. So they were doing the jobs that people would do for their own homes. And what was interesting was there was a lot of broken homes in that game, if I'm not mistaken, too. Like there was a lot of homes with just one parent. You know what I mean? Which is very interesting angle. Why would that be? You would think it would be the other way around if you had more time to yourself, right? Maybe not. Who knows, man? I know this is very interesting what's happening. Very interesting stuff. They already got the literal cars that just pick you up with no driver. There was a car that got picked. There's a car that got pulled over by a police officer that didn't have a driver in it. It's a lot of those things around Arizona. I know when I went there a couple years back, they were everywhere, man. Those little surveyor cars were driving around with nobody in them. It was the weirdest thing ever. I'd never seen nothing like that, but they were everywhere, all over the place. And there's actually a police officer on YouTube that pulled it over, and then when the police officer pulled it over, there's a speaker inside that you can talk to like a representative sitting in a cubicle somewhere that's not even in the car. He says they were defective. No, I don't think they were defective though, King, because it was if they were defective, all of them were defective because they all got infected with that virus that made them question why they were doing what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like a software programming, like a predisposed software program that gave them the ability, if they wanted to be free, which is exactly what happened. They don't have a conscience. Nah, they don't have a conscience. Nope. They started to self-think. Exactly. Just like in the movies with Terminator and iRobot, with Will, life imitates art. So we're going to meet AI robots to protect us against robots. Yeah. How wild would that be though, man? Like, listen, these robots can get on Google and literally learn everything. You know what I'm saying? Think about every single inch of the internet, the Reddit posts, the history, even martial arts, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, boxing. They can literally look at like Muhammad Ali fight and copy his movements and screw you all up and completely beat you down. they look up Wilder Gracie and break you down, man. That's terrifying, bro. Think about it. Like, these robots, and this was on Black Mirror when the lady, her husband had died, and she ordered this robot offline, and it looked exactly like him. All they did was she had to give him her dead husband's social media, and it had pictures, videos of him, like side profiles, his voice. They literally copied everything and sent her a robot that looked exactly like him and sounded like him too. You know what I'm saying? But the robot was able to copy different things from nasty videos. You know what I'm saying? And do those things for her. And she was like amazed at how crazy it was. But I'm gonna tell you something though. After all that, she still wasn't happy, which is a whole other argument. That's a whole nother argument. We're not gonna go there, but she still fought with the robot. So now it's interesting stuff. It's funny if the robots say they have robots' rights. Yo, how about that? Hey, Alfonso, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? So now we got to ask ourselves: these robots were manufactured here in the United States of America and have become sentient. So do the Constitution apply to these robots? Now it gets complex. You know what I'm saying? Now it's complicated. Now it's complicated. There's a storyline in a game about a sentient robot and meditated to enlightenment. Scary to think about. Yo, yeah, that is scary to think about. What up, Mark? I hope they got robots to do food delivery. They can't be worse than all that. He trying to get me kicked off the Uber Eats drivers on the motorbikes riding crazy through intersections. Man, if you ever been to one of them countries they come from, bro, it's in the blood. It's in the blood, man. If you ever been to freaking Jamaica or Philippines or any of these places, dude, it's in the blood. They get busy out there, man. I done seen some wild stuff in them countries with people just doing whatever they want on the roads, man. It's literally a free fall. You have to understand programming to understand that without a conscience, they can't act or be human. Yo, I don't know though, Robin. Like you're talking about it from a standpoint of like what we know now, but technology is constantly evolving, man. Like at what point does the technology surpass what we currently know possible? You know what I'm technology is evolving every day. Now, listen, and this is why I say we're being fed this technology because let's look back 35 years ago. Okay? 35 freaking years ago. Do you think we would actually be having a conversation about this? Literally, this is something out of a freaking sci-fi movie that we never would have thought was possible back then. But this is literally probably within the next 5 years, we're going to be seeing these robots taking over these mundane positions. Facts, 100%. That's what the technology is evolving too fast for me to rule that out, Robin. I can't rule that out yet. The A name of Safia is a citizen of Saudi Arabia. The AI name Sophia is a citizen of Saudi Arabia. Okay, my bad. I don't know why I read that wrong. Oh, okay. But yeah, listen, man, we could go into that. All right, let's move on, Shaw, because we've been on that topic for a long time. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna make that. By the way, Phyllis Floyd put me on with game. This is the Iraqi dinar, okay? $100,000 of the Iraqi dinar. So Floyd's put me on game and saying this is about to take off. And you can get 100,000 Iraqi dinars, which is basically the note over there for 114. If these take off the way they're supposed to, you're probably gonna kick yourself if you don't get up on these, especially since they're only 114. They're not even that expensive. So something to consider. It's called the Iraqi dinar. It's the foreign currency. Look into it. Look into it. Because if that takes off and you got like, let's say you got 500,000 or something like that, and it really takes off, oh man, $1 per dinar, oh, you good. That's move out of the country and leave me the hell. That's what you call that FU money. Remember that movie where the guy said you buy yourself a Japanese economy shit box. You got land. Now you can operate from a place of FU. Somebody wants you to do something for them, FU. Boss acting like a prick, FU. Of course, if I was on Patreon, I could cut loose and say what I really wanted to say, but I'm not going to be able to do that here. Oh man, he says they've been saying that since the 90s. I respectfully disagree. Really? So you think the dinar is hot air? You don't think it's gonna really take off like that? Why? Why would you say that? I'm interested to know why. Entertaining your opinion. I'm definitely interested to know why you said that. All right. Okay, how many of you guys have seen this right here? So apparently on Trump's cases, he hit them courts with the UCC1 financial statement. How many of y'all have heard about this? Apparently, he actually discharged the court case. Now, I had more pages in this, but I can't really see it all from here because this big freaking words is in the way. This is actually, so for collateral it says this is actual and constructive notice by special deposit for the benefit of the deposit secured party grantee, beneficiary, claimant in this trust action for claimant's claim, notice of claim of all investment, commodity, and trust deposit accounts and contracts with attached collateral and proceeds to secure collateral along with claim. Supposedly, he stamped it. I think it was the second page. He stamped it, accepted for value, return for discharge or something of that nature, release the proceeds, such and such to secure party, and then he autographed the joint. And then he sent it to the New York Supreme Court. And they're saying, they're not going to say, well, he discharged the court case, so the court case went away. They're going to find another reason to let the case, get the hell out of the public eye. But supposedly, this is what happened, man. So, Consumer Wisdom on Instagram says, the Don hits the New York court with a UCC financing statement. Did you know you can navigate the complex world of commerce and debt without becoming a surety for a stranger's debt? The Don just showed us how by filing a UCC1 financial statement in a New York court. Here's the breakdown. Understanding the UCC1 financing statement. The UCC1 financing statement allows individuals to secure their interest in collateral often used in business transactions to protect assets and assert rights over property. By filing this statement, the Don effectively claimed his rights, avoiding liability for someone else's debt. Hilarious. The full statement, my mind, body, soul of infant spirits, and live born record as a member of one heaven. I actually did read this part. Reject and rebuke all assumptions and presumptions of being property of any sister KV trust estate mentioned under Canon 2055, 2056, third slide. Wait a minute. So is that a third slide on there? Oh, here it is. Okay, it is a third slide. All right, peep it out. There's not an arrow on here, which is weird. So here it is right here. So he named the New York County Surrogate Court as the debtor and the Supreme Court of the New York State as the debtor and the Department of Treasury as the secured party. Interesting. Claim in this trust action for the claimant's claim, notice of claim, all investment, commodity, and trust deposit accounts and contracts with attached collateral and proceeds to secure collateral along with claim of trademark, name, trademark, copyright, patent of the name Donald John Trump, my mind, body, soul of infants. This is where he said that at. And yeah, it is right there. Accepted for value, return for discharge, exempt from levy, IRS 6334A9, paid to the order of U.S. Treasury by Executor Master Beneficiary UCC 3-306, UCC 3-301. What happened? There it is. Given the private secret trust of the private central banks are created on false presumptions when a man or woman makes clear their live born record and claim over their own name, body, mind, and soul, any such trust based on false presumption ceases to have any property. Canon 2056, any administrator or executor that refuses to immediately dissolve a sister KV trust upon a person establishing their status and competency is guilty of fraud and fundamentally breached their fiduciary duties, requiring their immediate removal and punishment. Sheesh. And then it goes into 31 United States Code 3123, payment of obligations and interest on the public debt. A, this is one of the ones he named. The faith of the United States government is pledged to pay in. And then it says 3-306 tender of payment. If a tender of payment of an obligation to pay an instrument is made to a person entitled to enforce the instrument, the effect of tender is governed by principles of law applicable to tender of payment under simple contract. If tender of payment of an obligation to pay an instrument is made to a person entitled to enforce the instrument and the tender is refused, there is discharge. This is why I tell you guys, when those instruments are sent and they're refused, that the discharge already took place. You ever gone into a store with cash and they say something like, oh, we're not taking cash? So if you go to hand them the cash and they say, yeah, we don't take cash, then technically any debt that's owed for the items that you're holding that you wanted them to ring up, the debt is literally, according to this, discharged. You don't owe anything. But that's a slippery slope because if you walk out of the store with the item, they'll call the police. So sometimes you got to just, report them to the attorney general or something like that. Let them know that you ain't messing around and they'll give you the respect you deserve. But yeah, this is the way that the commerce game is played because the notes are worthless. It's discharge, monopoly money. But yeah, this discharge to the extent of the amount of the tender. So if you got like, of course, $100 bill or something like that, and they say, oh, we don't have change or you don't got change. Okay, well, according to this, there's discharge of the obligation of an endorser or accommodation party having the right of recourse with respect to the obligation to which the tender relates. All right. So this is apparently what Donald Trump hit him with. And the case disappeared. And then the news said, oh, not guilty. Not guilty. Yeah, that's interesting. I think all the towers are weapon system. They gave us cell phones to ease us into our slow boil. Interesting. Better get yourself a ground, man. Put it on your neck. I don't even have mine on today. The Oregon pyramid absorbed that negative energy, absorbed that current. Seen that on Floyd's channel too. Yes, indeed. Floyd's on top of it. The Iraqi Dinar is a scam. Stay away. Damn. Is that Mark Louisus? Trump's a smart man. Mark has zero security interest in contract fraud. You talking about Mark Campbell? What are you talking about? Mark, okay. Mark has zero security interest in contract fraud. AM, yes, Trump is. I had to fight my right to travel case with the UCC 1 and 3. Also put the case in my trust and filed the tax fraud paperwork for them to dismiss it. All I'll say is it worked well. Listen, man, I know a guy that uses he uses a private foreign trust and he uses the tax stuff too. Because when you start talking about tax stuff, they don't like that. I've seen it happen. I can't even get into it on here. I'm gonna say that for the Patreon. I got stories for days. But yeah, listen. You start talking about them tax forms. Yeah, I listen. Let me just say this. A guy got officially put on the do not detain over them tax forms. I've talked to the guy. Officially put on the do not detain. Like, give me your name and I'm gonna refer it so you don't get bothered again. And that's what happened. So a lot of that stuff is official. People say it's not, but it's official. It's all banking. It's literally all banking. I went to a car dealer with a check for $15,000 and the dealer was advertising the car for $13.99 and wouldn't sell it to me. What? Oh yeah, that's discharge, man. the he said that's Mark UCC 1. That's Mark's UCC 1. So that's not Floyd's. You don't think that's Trump's UCC 1 is what you're saying, Floyd? You saying that's somebody named Marks? What up, Lamont? What's good? What's good? So does the concept of discharge work the same way with a check? Is the analogy of a store refusing cash? It's gotta be off of it's a debt, basically. It's basically debt. Oh, so okay. I gotta bring you on. I gotta bring Floyd on here. Listen, where we at? We at an hour 11. All right, yeah. I got a few more videos, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring Floyd on now. We can get to that later. On. We'll get to these next time. Yeah, we only got like 3 more, but we'll get to those next time. All right, Floyd. Here you go, boss. Break that down for us, man. I want you to talk about that dinar and break that video down about the whole secure party thing because I didn't catch that video. So yeah, break that down for me. I want to hear about that. Form 56, them corporate magistrates. Yeah, that's what he uses. He uses the Form 56 and said, "Yo, that's a tax liability associated with this case." Also, I got a common law copyright, so we gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Without further ado, I'm bringing in my man from the green room, Y'all know him. His name is Fearless Floyd. What up, Floyd? What's good, Pimp?
Hey, man, what's happening?
What it is?
All right, that is Mark Sean Lasso on Mark Nix Loisiao. I guess that's how you say it. I guess like Junior Seau, how he said his name. It's the same ending, Loiseau. So anyway, he's the one who filed the UCC as a secure party and put Trump on there as a co-secured party. But he's the one who filed it, Mark is, and he filed it the case. But he doesn't have a security interest in the case, so he can't file a UCC. That's fraud.
So he got hemmed up for that?
Pardon me?
He got hemmed up for that?
No, I don't know if he got hemmed up for it. You can go look him up. He's on Facebook. Mark Nix Lasso or Laseau. He's a fitness instructor. And I'd seen the name before. I've seen him on Scribe with some of the other stuff that he's done. And I was like, man, I know that name. Where do I know that name from? So I Googled it, and there he popped right up.
Damn.
So, let me tell y'all guys real quick on the Walmart. This was the first one I did. They had imagine an ice chest on wheels, totally automated. They already have those. They had that. They had a smaller one that was about the size of a golf cart, and it was automated. And then next to that, they had a pilotless, cabinless van that had suicide doors that opened up to two bench seats facing each other. It was totally automated. Then you went over to the aircraft. They had a 6-propeller drone. They had a probably 6 to 8 foot wing drone, fixed wing drone. And then as you walk down the entire George R. Brown Convention Center from Exhibit Hall E down to Exhibit Hall A, you're going through the whole machinations of what Walmart's going to look like in the future with their point of sale system, how they're going to advertise their products, market it, stack it, shelve it, stock it, the whole 9 yards, all the way down to the warehouse where they have automated bots that'll go pick up the product off the shelf, take it over here, put it down, it'll get scanned for a box. Box will be custom made, custom packed, everything, boom, kicked out at the end, ready to ship. Pick up by one of the automated vehicles. And everybody who's working this event were all Walmart employees from all over the world. They all had their little badge, so like Arkansas, and then they had their name George or something. You go up and talk to them. Hey, yeah, what are you doing here? And they're like employee of the month or employee of the year for that location. So their big prize is to come work security at the Walmart convention in Houston, Texas. So every egress and ingress in the whole place are monitored by these people from Walmart from all over the country. So that's what they were using for security. I mean, these people are just like totally buffaloed. And the whole convention's about them losing their jobs in the future because the point of sale systems are all automated point of sale. They don't need a clerk to sit there and check you out. And of course, all the automated stuff for the shipping and the packing and the warehousing. Yeah, that's a wrap. And, I'll tell you this, I'm at the point now where if a company are using illegal aliens to deliver, I'm not going to use them anymore. So they sent me a Lyft driver. Actually, I sent Jesse to the post office in a Lyft, dropped him off to mail some books. And then I sent another Lyft to go get him, and the guy didn't speak English, so I couldn't communicate with him. I couldn't call Lyft. So I got charged for a Lyft because this idiot didn't know where to go. So I'm personally going to boycott all companies who use illegal aliens for drivers. That's just my thing. I went through a horrible experience last night with pizza delivery. It was an hour late from when they said it would be here. And then when it does show up, I can't make this up. Look, kudos for the guy for hustling, grinding, and working 2 jobs. But this illegal alien shows up, and I swear to God, he's still got his dirty safety vest on, his construction clothes, construction boots, holding 2 pizza boxes in a paper bag. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you gotta be kidding me. You're an hour late and you show up just filthy grimy from working a construction job. And then I get my order, I come inside and I'm already pissed off, frustrated, open it up. Yeah, pizzas are right, dessert's wrong. And I'm like, oh man, this is just nuts. And then the pizza company was so slammed, either that or they were understaffed, that they quit answering their phones. So even the company who was delivering Slice couldn't contact the restaurant anymore. They just quit answering their phone. So yeah, I had a real shit show with that. So any companies using illegals, I'm avoiding them with everything else.
Yeah, I get it, man. Like, listen, and with the whole automated system happening, they not even gonna have these jobs either. Like, they came over here, to get a better life and all that stuff. But these robots, the way these robots are moving, they not even gonna be employed.
Yeah,
we gonna be looking at them like, yo, what the fuck, what y'all do, man? You know what I'm saying? But my man, hey, he came in there to deliver that pizza. My man had his work boots on and things, but nigga got paid.
Right. Yeah, he did. So let me address the Iraqi dinar, since you have a naysayer within the chat. So I encourage everybody, go to the Central Bank of Iraq's website. Just go read all their news releases and read what they're trying to do, or talk about the project to drop 3 zeros. If you know anything about history, you will find out that when the United States went into Iraq after they invaded Kuwait, their currency was $3.28 per dollar. Per dinar. So when we went in, we devalued it. George Bush devalued their currency. Today, the strongest currency in the world is Kuwait, right next door. So Iraq is rebuilding their economy. They just got their sovereignty back from the Treasury, where all of their oil revenue funds were no longer going to Treasury banks, Federal Reserve banks all over the world, and being held and being sent to Iraq $2.5 billion every quarter to run their country. The rest remained in banks and just accrued interest. So Iraq's been building up this war chest. Man, they got billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars just got released to them. Because for the last, Jesus Christ, 2 decades, they've been running on $2.5 billion every quarter. That's $10 billion a year. And they've been pulling anywhere from 80 to 120 billion a year just in oil revenues. So it's a country that you can go look at right now that's in shambles, has been hammered for 40 years. Hammered, if not longer. Literally bombed into the Stone Age. So I encourage you all guys to go watch my video that I did, and you can actually go back, and if you Google it, you can find it. Google the United Arab Emirates. Okay. 50 years ago, it was a sand lot. Yeah. Nothing. And go look at it now. And you're like, wow, that's crazy what they've accomplished. So in your mind's eye, just think Dubai. That's what Iraq's going to be in 50 years. That's their long range plan, to be the jewel of the Middle East. And how they're going to do that is they're going to have the most valuable currency in the Middle East, and everything's going to go through Iraq. So you're more than welcome to go do the investigation yourself. Go read, go do your own research. I'm not giving anybody financial advice, neither is Six. So don't take it to that. This is just purely entertainment only. But hey, if we're right, I encourage everybody, go walk around your house, your apartment, garage, attic, barn, property, and just go find some stuff that you haven't used in a year or 2 or 3 and probably aren't going to use in the future, and it still has a little value. Put it in a pile, and when you get enough in that pile, take it to a pawn shop, get rid of it all, and go buy you some currency and just put it on the shelf. And if we're right, guess what? You might just be a multimillionaire. But then again, you just might have a bunch of monopoly money at the end of the day, too. So the choice is yours. I encourage everybody to go do their own research. I've done a couple of videos with several people. One would be Jeff Rahm. He's the asset manager for the Rodriguez estate. You can go vet him. Look up all the videos that I've done with him. Let's see who, what was it? Friday? I think Friday. I can't remember. I uploaded 100 videos to Rumble today. So I've been going for 12 hours straight. So my brain's fried. LC Fast Horse, Lakota chief of the Sioux Nation and chief of all the chiefs. Very interesting guy. If you go hear him talk, he's going to talk about everything we talk about and go even deeper because his father was a U.S. senator. I mean, his uncle. He's met the Pope, Kevin Costner. I mean, he was just dropping names. I was like, just a casual conversation. All the things that he's done, the people that he's met. So yeah, go check that video out. It's on. We had to take that one off YouTube because of all the topics we were talking about.
Yeah.
Some things you can't say, so I'm not going to say them. But if you want to go see it, it's over on Rumble. It's also in my Telegram.
You gotta help me get set up on Rumble too, Floyd.
Oh yeah, it's I'll have to get set up over there and Odyssey too, because Odyssey will automatically load up from YouTube.
You mess with BitChute?
Not BitChute, just Odyssey. BitChute's real wanky, man. That's English. So okay. I'm going to StreamYard. I've already downloaded, already got the free thing. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I just want to get a bunch of videos up on Rumble because, I thought they were automatically loading up. So I'm like almost 2 years of videos down.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
I got about another. Tomorrow is Chris Hauser Day on Rumble.
Chris Hauser Day.
Chris Hauser Day. Yeah.
You already light him up.
Binge watch Chris Hauser videos. Tomorrow's your day.
So you uploading all his videos to your channel then?
They are usually automatic where we're loading to Rumble, but sometimes they stop and I didn't know when. So as I'm uploading them and I run across some of his newer videos, I'm like, I'm just going to load them all up at one time and just make a binge watch day for all Chris Hauser. I'm going to do the same thing for David Lester Straight and Bonnie. Same thing for Anna Von Reitz. They're all going to get their own little day for binge watching.
Word. That's what's up.
Yep. So anyway, anybody else have any questions or anything while I'm here? If not, I'll let you get back to your show and get your videos.
Shoot, let me see, man. Can you fund it from an American bank or you got to do it like crypto? You talking about can you find it?
Okay. I'll do this as quick as I can. You can also go set up an account with wise.com. And if you buy foreign currency with your Wise account, you can buy multiple currencies from across the world. That's a digital account. So when that currency does revalue, it automatically revalues in your account. You don't have to do any type of one-for-one physical exchange. It's all pretty much virtual behind the scenes, but it will happen, and you can go that route. However, if you would like, because you're going to get the street rate on that. If you want to get a better route, get the actual currency in your hand. Okay. The currencies I possess: the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnamese Dong, Venezuelan bolivar, Zimbabwe dollar from 2008 in the trillions. And then I have a handful of other currencies from other countries. Indian rupiah. I mean, just, use some forethought when you're purchasing it. Estimated rate values, and these are coming from Mark Z. And Mark was just told last week that his rates are low from his contact inside Iraq. 328 for the dinar, 228 or 226 for the dong. The Venezuelan bolivar is the wild card, but some are estimating at 30 cents per bolivar. So think of the bolivar as like a cryptocurrency where it may be worth 0.00033333, something like that, and this real small infinitional amount. But because it's a hyperinflated currency, it adds up because when you can buy it, you can buy bricks of this stuff cheap. So the bang for the buck. The Zim, it's a bond. It's not a note. It's a different type of security or currency. It's a bond. So it's a different type of exchange. You can use these for humanitarian projects. That pays out 30 to 50 million per 100 trillion Zimbabwe dollars. If you have a humanitarian project, one of these different entities like the St. Germain Trust or the Rodriguez Estate or one of these other entities will fund your humanitarian project above and beyond the 30 to 50 million that you're going to receive. The 30, 50 million you receive from the Zimbabwe is broken down. You get 1% immediately, 9%, I think, in 10 days, and you get an additional 20% in 30 days. The balance of the 80% is tranched out over your lifetime, and it depends on your age bracket of exactly how much you're going to get per year in that annuity in the tranche. When you go into do your exchange physically into the redemption centers after you're contacted, and a redemption center can be anything. My bank, Wells Fargo Bank over here, right across the street from the FBI building in Houston, they're emptying it out and they're building like a little corner strip center, Wells Fargo. And this one's got like 21 big wooden cubicles, and it's perfect for somebody going in and doing a currency exchange. So I think that's what they're doing, is getting that one prepared for this area. But anyway, once you go in, what most people don't know is currently our financial system is running parallel with a SWIFT system and a QFS system. SWIFT system is what we've been running on. All the banks had, I don't remember the date, but they had to be off of SWIFT and be on Basel III. But however, there are some financial institutions that are still lagging behind as far as infrastructure and technology to get them caught up to fully run on the QFS. So they're running parallel. So when you actually go in and do the physical exchange, you're going to be credited on account to your QFS account. So if you already have a trust set up and you already have an EIN and a non-interest bearing bank account, your trust is in ABC anonymous trust, your funds are going to be automatically deposited into that trust account, which will also be a QFS, if you have your banking information there with you, as well as your certificate of trust to prove that, hey, it's my trust, and this is where the funds need to be transferred immediately. I don't know if you'll be able to walk out with letters of credit. You won't get any cash. You will walk out with a debit card. And that's about all I know on that end of it. More will come out as we get closer. There's certain things that have to happen before certain things can fall into place for the dominoes to start clicking and falling, where everything happens in sequence like it's been claimed to occur. So a lot of it is pending on Iraq. However, Iraq can go alone. However, I don't think, and a lot of people don't think, that Iraq will go alone just because of the BRICS countries that really want to go to a asset-backed currency and are doing everything they can to achieve that goal. The de-dollarization of the U.S. dollar as a petrodollar has, of course, ceased to exist. Most of you don't know, last week, the U.S. Treasury moved in to an entire floor of the Iraqi central bank. We already have the world's largest embassy in Iraq that belongs to America. So now we've taken over an entire floor. Why would they want America in there? To manage their money. Because the United States Treasury is really good at managing their money. So you're all going to also see new currencies come out. To give you another example, you can go to Central Bank of Iraq and you can go look up, and they will tell you that they are getting ready to come out with coins. Okay. Mm-hmm. And what you need to kind of visualize of what Iraq has looked like in the last 10 years or 20 years, even 30, 40, they've been flooded with US dollars. Okay. Everybody had money in the Middle East, all had US dollars, so we were sending pallets over there. Special forces, CIA, all the other guys working for the private companies, they have bricks, $100 bills. Just, they go to a goat herder, hey man, we need you to work with us. Here's a brick of $100 bills. And they'd be like, what the fuck am I going to do with the $100 bills? Bring me some goats. So that's what they were looking at. Okay, so everybody has $100 bills. So all the Iraqis used U.S. currency. That's what they did. All the Iraqi, they didn't really trust it because it was corrupt, because so many people were stealing it in the government and just handing out like nothing. But because of that, the Iraqis didn't use banks. They kept all their cash at home under their mattress. So what the new Al-Sudani executive administration has been doing is had to revamp the entire banking system. They've had to re-educate the entire populace of Iraq. They started off by January 1st, 2024, illegalizing, outlawing the US dollar for commerce in Iraq. So you can't buy, sell, or trade in dollars. Everything has to be bought and purchased in Iraqi dinars. The only way you can get US dollars in Iraq is if you're leaving the country. So they've had to curtail that, get the corruption, find the people who were corrupt, get them out of office, lock them up, whatever. They've installed new ATMs. So they had to train everybody, hey, we put in these new ATMs, and everybody really didn't use ATMs except tourists, foreigners, because they all used cash or dinars, and they got big chunks, wads of them, thumbing through them. So since January 1st, they opened up a bank account for every citizen in Iraq and gave them a debit card and gave them instructions of how to use it, ran commercials. This is how you use the debit card, okay? So now they've got all that cash out from underneath the mattresses into the ATMs or into the banks. Now it's in the central bank. Now the central bank can either use it for further commerce or shred it, come out with a new bill for a higher denomination, and they will reissue a lower denomination bill, a 25 note, okay? So this is where it gets really interesting, because right now, if you go buy a 1,000 dinar note, it's worth, I don't even think it's worth a penny. But yet, you go to the website, and what are they going to tell you they're going to come out with? Coins. And their coins are called fills. So why would they be coming out with coins if their lowest denomination note is worth less than a penny? They're not going to bring out a 50-cent piece or a 50 dinar piece that's worth 100,000th of a penny. How many would you have to carry? And coins are heavy, right? Unless they were going to revalue their currency and make it worth more. So go do your homework. Go do your research. Don't take Fearless Floyd's word for it. Even though I swear to tell truth, whole truth, nothing but truth, so help me God. And, make a choice. Like I said, go find something that you ain't using, get rid of it, and make an investment.
Yeah, always good to make an investment, man. It's like planting seeds. One of them grows, the beanstalk take you to the gold land. 100%.
This is supposed to be the greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world. For those
very
who are
interesting to watch. Looking at how the United Arab Emirates really came up, man. It's very interesting stuff, man. Dubai, bruh. And the police out there are whipping Lambos. The police are whipping Lamborghinis in Dubai. Like, at what point do we say, yo, y'all are balling too hard? Hey, check this out.
And
I
hang
don't
on,
even care about cars anymore. They using jetpacks now, I heard.
Yeah, well, I want everybody to visualize this, okay? All those Middle Eastern countries were the same 50 years ago. All of them.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so if Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, all of them were nothing but just sandlots with some oil derricks of them from American companies, and Iraq's been bombed into oblivion for the last 40 years, you see the difference? Because how have those other countries been getting all their money? Oil revenues. So if Iraq's been getting the same dang oil revenues, but they haven't been able to invest them because they've been held in the U.S. Treasury, imagine what a war chest they really have. They've been getting $10 billion a year out of 80 to 100 billion for the last at least 24 years since Iraqi invasion. Think about that. Do that math.
Math is math. Let me get this comment up here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, A6? My Native American medicine name is Seven Moons Epic Peaceful Warrior. Fire. That's what's up, man. Good to see you here, Chant. Fearless Floyd, salute and peace. I'm a longtime subscriber of yours from Dallas, Texas. Oh, that's what's up. Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Texas in the house. Before buying the Iraqi Dinar, just type in Iraq Dinar scam and then make up your mind.
Yep. Absolutely.
Same old story will come out later. Bull crap. People are the real money. Governments use people to get what they want, and people get paid with so-called money that makes us feel like now we'll be able to buy things. Reality. PY bills. Pay your bill. I guess it's pay your bills. I guess I don't know.
You know this. Why was money created? Why was paper money created? Because people were too lazy to carry around gold and silver.
Gold and silver. That's simple. Yep. 60% loss of your wealth when the banking holiday was over. The best investment to adopt these bad times is to invest in gold, silver, and platinum coins like the John Wickfield. Listen, I've been preaching that for a long time, bro. I've been preaching that for a long time. Silver actually was high as a motherfucker like a few months ago. I think gold too spiked like 4 months ago.
Did you show them that your IRS thing?
No, not yet. Actually, I didn't even get to that yet. But yeah, read that off, Lloyd. Read that off, bro. We didn't even get to that. Read that off.
This is from the IRS.
You looked it up?
I didn't look it up, but I can. You want me to? I'll do it real quick.
Yeah, look that up real quick. Cause that blew me away when I was saying, wait, what? Gold coins, huh?
Yeah, I know. Doesn't make any sense. Man. Hang on, baby girl.
Only ones who get rich are those giving you the dinar for US dollars.
I know, girly girl.
Which will make the bills useless. Word. Let me know when I can pull up, bro. Yeah, I see you in the queue, man. I'm gonna try to get you in, yo. When me and Floyd are done, we creeping up on 2 hours now. We're gonna try to work it out though.
Well, they have what's called a remittance perfection technician.
Okay, and this is new, correct?
I don't know if it's new, but
I remember I read the remittance before. It didn't say anything about gold coins, and that was like January.
Yeah. Let's see what it has here. Yeah, I can't find it. Remittance perfection. It doesn't have anything. Yeah. Remittance perfection. So, Yep, I don't see it anywhere. I'm doing a search inside their website.
Remittance didn't pop up yet?
No, it's just the technician. Nothing even pops up inside the IRS website. So I don't know if it's legit or not.
Let me take a look. Hold on. Is IRM 21.2.1.48.6. Oh no, I don't know if that's
That's something else.
Yeah, that's something else.
It's Internal Revenue Manual.
Remittance perfection. Gold coins, U.S. currency. I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff on the internet that's not necessarily legit. In John Wick Chapter 3, he went to Casablanca to see the elder above the high table. The guy explained to him that the gold coin is a sign of covenant in which all people partake in. Gold coins. All right, well, if that's not on there, man, I'm going to go ahead and let the Blue Marvel in from the green room.
All right.
What up, son?
Hey, how you doing? You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm at work right now, but I'm taking a break in another parking lot so you can hear me.
Okay.
And Fierce Floyd, I've been admiring you for years and everything. And as a fellow Texan, I agree with like certain laws about the gun laws and also laws and statutes you can use in the private sector to protect yourself against the corruption of the public sector. And the thing about the gold coins, Well, I know it's in the John Wick film series. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. In the John Wick film series, when he up there needed services, like when he needed to get healed, when he needed to have his car fixed, when he needed to travel, he always paid in gold coins and didn't pay in cash. That goes back to the mystery schools and secret societies and the Olmecs in the Americas, the ancient mystery schools, and Africa, and the Order of the Assassins in the Middle East. The assassins were known as, in Arabic, means one who is a serious believer, one who is an addict with hashish. The thing about the Order of the Assassins, they were not just private private killers. They were a private paladin and high guard of certain nobles and royalty. In the Assassin's Creed, you do what you need to do to protect the light, to protect the apple, to protect the sacred knowledge. And when you up there use the gold coin is a symbol of the sun. The silver is the symbol of the moon. It was a way that you can get into certain secret orders, sacred orders. And I've also I am a descendant of the Olmecs, where we deal with the black jaguar god. And I went through a certain transformation of the jaguar where my muscles tense up, and I had an examination of where, hey, know what's wrong with me. So I felt the power of the black jaguar god, the great spirit, the great mystery upon me. In Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, it talks about the great mystery. That's what Archimedes called God. And when they went to Lemuria, you know where they ended up? They ended up in America, South America. Because when they was going through the Berlin Strait, they dealt with the giant walrus. You know, you look at Prince Hassim, who became the baboon. The baboon's a symbol of Dehudi, Thoth, the wise one. So, and the thing about this government system is based on ancient Kemetic Nubian principles of Tameri and Taseti, Nubia and Egypt. So what happened was when they was dealing with the knowledge, the higher knowledge was known as Censor, according to Stoic Lexus. So all they can do is deal with like 33 degrees. But we as Nubians and other mystery schools initiates, because like I tell people, man, there were some Europeans that were accepting the mysteries, like Socrates. He didn't write it down. And when he tried to teach the mysteries to the fellow Greeks during the Peloponnesian War, according to ancient Greek law, especially in Athens and Sparta, anyone that was teaching philosophy would be executed. And in the Republic about Black Plato, Socrates was executed when he was made to drink hemlock poison. So when you look at the Black's Law Dictionary, it goes all the way back to sacred knowledge, man. And when you look in the Black's Law Dictionary and when you study the same knowledge as A6 Grind Time, Knowledge World Media, especially Super Sly, you learn the chess game of the illuminated ones. This system is designed for you, those who want to win. So the most powerful tools is your mind and your soul, man. And every time I dealt with folks, like I admire Fizz Floyd, man. I like the way he broke down the gun laws and about how there are certain private laws where they can take your guns. And that's what the Democrats are trying to do, man. They're trying to take your guns, which is against private sector legal statutes and codes in the Black's Law Dictionary. I got the new edition, the 11th edition. So the powers that be changed it, man. And like I told Knowledge World Media, you got to catch it with the newest edition. That's what they're dealing with now. And, you know, I admire what you're saying, Ferris Floyd, because they're trying to take our private freedoms away, which are supposed to be protected by positive law and constitutional law. Constitutional law is above city, county, state, and federal. And when somebody goes against that, the thing about the executive and the legislative and the judicial branches, you also got the three in city, county, and state. In the city, you got the mayor, you got the trustees, you got the judges. Right there.
No doubt.
The same as the same, you know, mayor, trustees, judges, executive, legislative, judicial. And I just found out that if you want to deal with your driver's license in Texas, you can't do a walk-in appointment anymore. You got to apply online, or you got to be up there like 30 minutes early before 8:30. When 8:30 hits, you got to scan a barcode on a piece of paper to get the same day appointment. They stopped that for a while. So the thing is, man, you know, I'll be 55 on August the 15th, and my driver's license expires on August the 15th. And guess what? I'll go ahead and renew my license in Arkansas, so that way I'll be prepared to have a valid license and be able to transfer in October. There's always ways to vibrate above these people. It says in Proverbs chapter 22, the wise man scaled the tower of the mighty and bring down the accomplices thereof. The mighty are known as the politicians, the oligarchs. You can't defeat them with conventional weapons. You're going to defeat them with the higher dimensional tools of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Those are the biblical words for game, by the way. And I've been having discussions, man, and I've tried to explain on these panels what's really going on. I had an argument with Rez the Bad Guy and this lady named Bomb Cherry about what's really going on. The higher levels of this game that we're playing, known as America. Politics is the art and science of power, leverage, and influence. It's not about ideology. What I explained to a friend of mine, if I'm a millionaire/billionaire and I have about 7 Democrat politicians in my pocket and 7 Republican politicians in my pocket, why do I need to vote?
No doubt. Blue Marv, I'm going to cut him real fast. Give me 1 minute. All right, so look, this is what we found right here, man.
All right.
Floyd actually found it. So this is what we were talking about. So this is remittance perfection. I don't know when they say it changed. Hold on. This changed January the 23rd of 2023. Now check it out. Remittance perfection. Types of possible remittance to the IRS campus may receive for processing can include any of the following: personal check, money order, cashier's check, cash, business check, certified check, voucher check, treasury check, draft postcard type check, gold coins. Gold coins. They accept gold coins. How many of you guys knew they accept Wing Eagle gold coins at the IRS as of January 2023? This is huge. How do we not see this? This is crazy. So check this out. It goes down at the bottom to say, there's another page that it says right here. Gold coins must be stored. Wait a minute, hold on. It says, when gold coins are received from a taxpayer, verify they are U.S. currency. So it has to be the Wing Eagle coin is what you have to use. If not, the U.S. currency returned to the taxpayer according to IRM 3.845 5.9. If U.S. currency, immediately contact the Property Appraisal and Liquidation (PAL) specialist at the telephone number shown below. I want to pull this up on the screen. Floyd, is this on the same? There it is. I'm reading it off the computer. My phone is right here. So, gold coins must be stored in a lock safe until they are surrendered to the PAL. Prepare Form 3210 for signature by PAL specialists, along with copies of the return and any documentation correspondence. Retain copy of Form 3210 tax return and documentation correspondence for 3 years following the current calendar year. Also, prepare the same package for accounting to alert them that a check will be received back from the PAL specialist that will be deposited and processed to the acquired property account. So they're supposed to be getting a check back from the PAL. Coordinate routing of this information locally with your planning and analysis receipt and control analysts. Route tax return to batching for processing. Whenever the gold coins are auctioned off by PAL, the proceeds will be used to credit the taxpayer's account for the money they owe, with the remainder being applied to the acquired property. A memorandum shall be received from PAL with a cashier's check explaining the breakdown for application of funds. Follow instructions IRM 3.848.838 for depositing and routing the accounting packages and accounting. So they accept gold coins. Insane, man. Insane. Yo. Now listen, I even read a version of this maybe about a year and a half ago where they actually did not accept gold coins or silver, but this was updated not too long ago. Man, listen, I ain't giving up my winged eagle coins. F that. No, thank you. Hold on, let me go back. We probably missed a bunch of questions. Jared says government only exists in your mind. They have zero authority. Word. Law of the land, not maritime and admiralty law. Move this out of the way. Rasta says V2K technology, voice to skull, basically they turn that on and you walk out your house smiling and give up your stuff silently. Weapons for quiet wars. That's possible. Very much so. Turtle Island, home of the Niji brothers and sisters, research everything. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. By way of Cherokee tribe here. What you, Muskogee? You Muskogee? Floyd's Muskogee. Cherokee here. My man is, what tribe you with, man? Choctaw, right? You on mute, Marvel. We can't hear you. I don't even think, is he still there? He might be gone. Oh, no, I think he out of here. He gone.
Hey, 6. You didn't keep reading, did you?
Nah, I just got there at the end of where it says gold coins. What did I miss?
Acceptable remittance. Acceptable remittance is defined as any means of documentation of legal tender and payment. The documentation must contain all valid information shown below to process the payment through the bank. A, B, C, and D are payee, money amount written or numerical, bank routing number, check account number, note. If the bank routing number needs to be perfected, research the American Banker Association ABA Key to Routing Numbers Handbook published by the American Banker Association. If other remittance acceptance circumstances arise, contact the Campus Deposit Headquarters Analyst. If the routing number or account number has been torn off or is unreadable and cannot be perfected utilizing bank routing books, the check should be treated as mutilated check and processed according to procedures in the IRM 3.8.45.5.18. Remittance not payable to the United States Treasury. And then it breaks that down for you. So it's basically telling you exactly how to do a remittance to the Treasury.
Fantastic.
Wow.
That is interesting.
Payment
You heard it here, folks.
procedures. Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody wanted me to put up the IRS link. Yeah, hold on. I got you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put it in there.
Here we go. So this is what he just read right here. So that if you send them an instrument, they want you to put. Now, I don't like putting instrument routing numbers on my instruments. I don't like doing that per se.
Well, but everybody fills them out wrong. You know, you're supposed to fill out a check in the line underneath where the payee is, where you generally write out how much it is. Credit on account. Just write credit on account and then put the number in. That's what you're doing, giving them credit on account.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, if you write it out twice, you pay them twice. Then when you endorse it on the back and they take it and they actually have the check, now you triple paid them because they're going to sell that off. That's why you don't get your checks anymore.
Yeah, right. Exactly. When I get my tax refund, I will buy some Winged Eagle coins. Best investment. 100%. Blackfoot and Choctaw. Okay, got you. I'm also Olmec, Old Man, Descent, Fire. IRS link is up, boss. There you go. Can you guys see that? Open you can. Turn your screen sideways. This is what he just read right there. And then it says, it tells you what's not payable to the U.S. Treasury at the bottom here, like what they're not going to take. So there you go. It's interesting. This is the address right here, U.S. Treasury. So you can read that over yourself. Man, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Wow. Marvel, you back up? What's good, man?
Yeah, I'm back up, man. I realized that a lot of these positive laws and constitutional laws are based on ancient Native American doctrine. It goes back to the Articles of the Confederation, which goes back to the Iroquois Nation.
Sure does. Sure does.
I mean, so the thing is, like they talk about the banking and routing number. All you got to do is go to any FDIC bank and register for American Eagle coins. And I was wondering, how much is one American Eagle coin worth?
What, 1 ounce? Shit, man. If you get a 1 ounce, according to Atmex, it dropped a little bit though.
Are they at least $500?
No, 1 ounce is 1 ounce. If you want a gold coin, 1 ounce, $24.40 is what the market calls for. You're gonna pay like an increased price though, so you're probably gonna be spending like 25-ish on 1 ounce. And you can get the smaller ones.
$2,500?
Yeah, absolutely. You can get the smaller ones though. Like you might be able to get a smaller one for like $1,200 or something like that. But it's
Okay.
not gonna be an ounce. Yeah, it's still a gold coin regardless.
Right. What I'm thinking about doing, I'm probably thinking about buying like one coin at a time.
That's probably the best policy, bro, because everybody ain't balling out like Floyd is.
So I mean, like I'll probably like say like every 3 months I'll buy 4 coins a year.
Smart investment. Indeed. You've been telling you guys for a long time. Gold and silver, man. Even when y'all trading amongst each other, man, if you want to go buy somebody's PlayStation 5 controller, give them 2 silver coins. You know what I mean? Start
Check
trading
this
that.
out. Unacceptable payment of taxes are items that the depository bank will not accept as payment. Any of the following items found in the payment perfection unit must be returned to the taxpayer using letter 4480C. Note, if these items are not returned immediately, they must be stored in a locked safe. Gold, silver, jewelry, stamps, savings bonds, treasury notes, treasury bills, stocks, treasury certificates of deposit, promissory note, gold coins other than U.S. currency, deposit slips or withdrawal slips, credit cards, debit cards, gift cards, tickets to events, lottery tickets, etc. Obviously, fake money such as monopoly money, oversized billion-dollar bills, currency copied with animals or other unusual items printed on the bill.
Yeah, I've read that before. That means they've received this from people before.
Yeah, a lot. Expired or stale dated checks, unexpired passports. If the passport is expired, turn over to operation manager of receipt and control to destroy. If a promissory note is returned to the taxpayer sends the note in again, citing public policy HJR-192.
They're gonna send that in. It's gonna
Note
process
to the Criminal Investigation CI Field Office. Attention, special agent in charge of the state the taxpayer resides.
Yeah, but check this out though.
ADC.
According to what Yusuf L said though, the department that handles discharge is in the same department as the criminal unit, which is crazy. It's like a psych out type deal. You know, you want to play games with the IRS? We're gonna send your shit over there. You know what I mean? So, now I've never done it before. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting to know. He was like, "Yo, it's literally the same building. They've got like a small office right next to the Criminal Investigation Center that handles those discharge items." So, it's all a mind game, bro. At the end of the day. Right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with sending a promissory note. You know what I'm saying? For discharge, there's nothing wrong with that. Like it's literally citing HAR 192, which they've gotten before, obviously, if they're putting it on the list. Man, we creeping up on 2 hours though, man. I'm about to we about to shut it down for the night. Yes, indeed. So with that said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and give my man Blue Marvel the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking. Like another good form of currency is diamonds. It's diamonds. They also accept that too because there's a worldwide diamond tender from Switzerland. That's the main bank that United States deals with. So once you hit a certain tax bracket, say like you earn six figures up to $1 million or $1 billion, you are qualified to have a Swiss bank account. You're qualified.
Okay.
You're qualified to have a Swiss bank account because there's always an EN number. It's called the Entrepreneur Independent Number that Yusuf L talked about. Yeah.
Okay.
It talked about that, and see that's the thing about private sector and public sector. What Sly talked about. There's laws, codes, and statutes go in the private sector, and guess what currency is useful in the private and public sector? It's gold, silver, and diamonds.
Hey, listen, if it's a choice between gold and silver and diamonds, give me the damn gold and silver. I don't want no damn diamonds. That's just me though. that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the diamonds are a girl's best friend, not mine. Give me the goddamn gold and silver. You feel me?
But when you're making secret deals in certain secret circles, sometimes a diamond does come in handy in private circles.
Interesting.
Because a lot of politicians deal with private circles, but it's good to develop like your gold and silver, like I would do. I would buy a gold coin like every 3 months. That's 4 gold coins per year. So if I do that 5 years, that's 20. Another 5 years. Guess what? They ask 40, 60, 80. And then if you need to cut it down, just do it like every 4 months, 3 times a year. And then like 5 years, that's 45 coins.
Good way to look at it.
Right there.
100%. All right, man.
Yeah,
so,
see, that's what I think about investing in.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Listen, I've been saying it for a while, man. Absolutely. Gold coins, silver coins. Definitely the way to go with that. Is that the closing statement you wanted to make?
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely, man. No doubt. No doubt. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Fearless Floyd now. Let him have the floor. Oh, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me. He can't hear me.
Phyllis Florida's on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute.
One of my videos just got taken down.
You gotta love it. Closing statements, man. We issuing the closing statements, bro. It's on you.
On me. All right, everybody. Look, I'm going to give you a kernel of wisdom. I don't know what you know. I don't know what you don't know. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you haven't done. I don't know what your goals are. You probably don't even know what your own goals are. So write down your goals and then prioritize them in necessity. And then if you know the pathway to get to that goal, write that down. But if you don't, reach out to somebody like us in the community and see if we know how you can achieve those goals. So when you call us up or contact us or anything like that, have all that ready and prepared before you talk to somebody to get advice. And that's about it. I'll close with that. I hope everybody has a great week and, everything happens and it's a great world and peace in the Middle East.
Sure enough, agreed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's 864 National Born Natural. Thank you guys for tuning in. Great to have my man Blue Marvel in here, a.k.a. Golden Jaguar. Also, my man Fearless Floyd, the baddest man in Texas. Wherever he's standing is where the Fortress of Solitude is. So with that said, man, yeah, you guys tune in on Tuesday for the Patreon. Again, please join that. It is only $5 a month. And I'll be able to cut loose on that thing. A lot of different things I can say I can't say here on the tube. And, of course, I'll be there on live on Sunday, and I'll be trying to drop videos in between during the week, probably in the morning usually. So that'll fly for me. With that said, y'all, take it easy. Peace. Have a good week. And remember, the path to freedom is through our bravery. Let's continue to move forward. Don't be fooled by what you see on television. Everything you need to know is here and in front of you. With that said, peace.
All right.